What's up, people? Today I am reviewing The Matrix in 4K, and I got that coming up for you guys next. So The Matrix came out at a very important time in my life, to be quite honest with you. I specifically remember 1999 being a just amazing year for movies, and The Matrix was one of them. It had the action. It had really great acting. It had these cool characters that were kind of one-dimensional, but at the same point in time, they were just really just cool. I wanted to be Neo, to be honest with you, when this movie came out. But on top of it, it just has a really great and interesting and different storyline. I know that it's taken a lot from Ghost in the Shell and that kind of a thing, but at the same point in time, I definitely like how it is presented here. This is an amazing movie that, to be honest with you, I think everybody has seen, but if you haven't seen The Matrix, what are you doing? Go see The Matrix. 10 out of 10. Now, getting into the reason that you guys are all here, and that is the video quality of the new 4K restoration. How the hell is it? This was originally shot on 35mm, and it has been bumped up to a 4K digital intermediate, so that pretty much means that this was actually put through a 4K scan, and this is a brand new scan of the negative here. You add all of that with HDR10 and Dolby Vision, and you definitely have one hell of a transfer here. Now, a lot of people consider the old transfer that was on the Blu-ray, when that came out, to be like reference quality material for your Blu-ray. It was a very compressed version of the actual film, and I always saw a lot of crushing in the black levels in that department. I will just say that that is largely fixed here, and the black levels here are amazing, and HDR and Dolby Vision definitely help that out. This is a very green movie, and the greens never crush either. And I feel like even in that first scene where Trinity is escaping the building, there was crushing on that Blu-ray even then. And here it is so much better, and it just continues throughout the movie. And the visual effects actually hold up really good here. Despite that 4K uptick, I feel like this is a real quality movie that still has some quality visual effects here. You add that with the clarity that is absolutely amazing, and then you have the Dolby Vision, which gives us an even deeper and inkier black levels, and you don't have a reference quality disc. There is some softening in some scenes, but for the most part, this is a very strong effort that is the next best thing. I will give it a 9 out of 10. So getting into the audio quality of The Matrix, this was always something that I was really looking forward to. And in the matter of fact, even more than the video transfer, this got Dolby Atmos. Yeah! I will just say that so many people on that Blu-ray thought that Dolby True HD mix when it first came out was like, oh, this is amazing, this is great. I never really liked it. I thought it was really soft on the dialogue. I remember having to crank that mofo up just to hear what people were saying. Here, that is so fixed. Dialogue is crisp and clear, and the sound field is so much more expansive. And the surrounds get such a boost here. This is just a more immersive track. There is not another way to say it. And the height speakers definitely, you know what, just from the opening scene where the green lettering comes towards the screen, you hear it in your high speakers. This is an excellent Dolby Atmos mix that I will be keeping as reference quality material. 10 out of 10. As far as the digital copy goes here, this is a Movies Anywhere digital copy, which means that you can download the 4K version on Vudu. And getting into the special features, there have always been a large amount of special features for The Matrix, and this is no different. I will say that not one, not two, but 4 audio commentaries are on the UHD disc. That's the 4K disc. And man, these commentaries are all awesome, and you can go through hours and hours just listening to these commentaries. The rest are on a separate Blu-ray disc that is specifically for special features, but you get a hell of a lot of special features here. You go through the stunts, you go through the visions on how the Wachowskis came up with this, besides ripping off Ghost in the Shell, and you get, I mean, just about everything. You know, you get them talking about the characters and the biblical nature of this film, because this is a very biblical reference heavy film. You know, the guy's called Neo. And I definitely want to call out that the video that goes into the stunts of this film really display how Keanu Reeves really delved into this performance and doing his own stunts. I love and have always loved the special features that have come along with The Matrix. You get them all here, and for that, I do have to give it a 10 out of 10. So getting into my last looks and my final thoughts of The Matrix, this movie is just a classic action movie that actually has a brain in its head and some great action and a really good story that will get mucked up in sequels, but for this movie, it is a classic. And when I added up all my scores for this 4K disc, I actually got the highest rating that I've ever given, and that is a 39 out of 40. That is something truly great, but this is a great transfer for a great movie, and when you put those together, you get something really awesome. So I've already gone through with you guys for other things that I have coming out this month, but along with that, I am also reviewing Red Sparrow that just came out this week, so I am going to be getting into that also. I thank all of you for watching my videos. You guys are awesome, and I will see all of you next time!